Hello and welcome to Wingin It, and welcome back to another game from the Wingspan World Cup 2025. We're here, still in this regional qualifying stage, trying to make our way out of it. And yeah, this is game number 5 of 10. So 4 games played so far. We've got 3 wins and 1 defeat, so not a bad start, but still a long way to go. So yeah, let's jump into this game. We're going to be going second in this one, so yeah, we'll let our opponents take their choice of cards, maybe looking at that California Quail in the tray, and then we'll see what we get to work with in our own starting hand. All right, here we go. Let's take a look at what we get to work with here in our hands. All right, not the great wetland birds I was hoping for. Do have some interesting options though from Asia. We have the twite and the forest owlet, both of which I like, so probably going to be going for those. We'll see if the bonus card's going to affect things. Okay, probably not. I think I'd look to Nestbox Builder there, given that we do have a good start with the owlet. And yeah, this tray, do you feel like more likely than not that California Quail is going to get taken, especially with my opponent keeping that food at the start. So yeah, I don't think we're going to be getting that, but may have to, I don't know, do some digging from the top, or do I just keep something terrible? I mean, I don't really like either the heron or the skimmer. May have to keep one of those just as something to play in this wetlands and get some card draw going. So if I had to choose between the two of them, I'd probably go with the night heron. And yeah, look to get that down and do some digging. So yeah, I think we'll go with those birds at the start. And yeah, it's going to be all on the owlet really. To hopefully have a good game for us. This bird can run hot, it can run cold. Hopefully it's going to perform for us here and help us out. So yeah, no surprise, quail is gone. So let's crack on. Let's go, say, with our owlet. And yeah, we're going to get that nectar, which is good. We're going to need that for playing these birds. So probably, yeah, try and get both these down. Probably draw some cards. I may look at that turtle dove as a good option to go with. But otherwise, yeah, it's going to be going from the top of the deck and seeing how that goes. All right, first time for the owlet. We'll definitely go with the outside the bird feeder dice. I do not want to give my opponent a nice reroll here. So can we get some success? Not quite, but we're going to be going 3 dice each time, or 3 rolls each time, I should say. And yeah, hoping for a nice big total of cash food come the end of the game. So yeah, food being grabbed, we're going to go again and yeah, just keep taking the nectar. So this is working out a treat for us. Still go outside the feeder. Still no successful owlet, but yeah, 5 nectar in supply. That is definitely what I like to see early on. So that's going to help us out. And yeah, I might just play these 2. Probably play the night heron first, just in case something good gets revealed. Especially if my opponent's going to draw cards with ring-billed gull going in. So yeah, we'll get our, wetland bird in. Not the best hunting power out there, but again, kind of like the owlet. Maybe just be crossing fingers a little bit, hoping for some success with that one. So yeah, with these nectars, may look at spending them to reset this bird tray. That's always an option available once you get a bird down. And especially, yeah, with the dove gone and a tray like that, I feel like I've got to be looking at other cards. So let's see what we can get on the reset. Okay. Well, a couple of teal powers. Not really sure either of those are going to do much for us. So we'll go off the top. What can we get? More trash. But okay, the night heron does hit. I'd probably rather had that jungle fowl in my hand, to be honest. But okay, it's better than nothing. Actually getting a hit there. So yeah, not great cards, but we're going to do some cycling, I think, with this twite, and hopefully, yeah, that will pay dividends and get us some good stuff, because we're going to need better birds than this if we're going to have a chance in this game. So yeah, see what my opponent's planning. Probably going to take food. I'm quite happy to just leave the feeder, yeah, where there's no nectar, then just go and take food and block the nectar. If indeed there is any, which this time actually not, but I could still just leave the feeder in a awful state here for my opponent. So we will do that. And yeah, see, as I say, what we can get. Come on, owlet, please. Gonna need something. That's what I'm talking about. Much better there. So we'll take that. And yeah, probably now just play the twite, and then I'll probably just lay eggs. I'm gonna need to lay eggs at some point. So I may as well do that now when I've not really got anything better to be doing. I don't want to take food because I want to be getting nectar, and I don't really want to draw cards. I'd rather wait until, obviously, what the twite gets us may influence things, but yeah, getting that fresh tray in round 2 is going to be important here, so we'll see what that can do for us. And yeah, otherwise, as I say, just cross fingers and hope that as this game progresses, we can get some slightly better options. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see if my opponent did get some good stuff. I think there was another bird kept at the start. Potentially 2 more birds actually kept at the start. So surely some good stuff that is going to come out before too long. But finally some nectar coming up, so they'll be happy with that. Meanwhile, yeah, twite's going down. And yeah, this is going to be a good bird for us. This is going to be not just the card cycle, obviously, which is really, really good considering the weak wetlands, but just guaranteed tucks. We're guaranteed to get 2 points every round from this, and that's going to be really, really good. So do you know what else is really, really good? Yeah, Rosie Starling going in. So that is a shame to see that go down. And my opponent's going to have a nice wetland, so we'll let them do that. And yeah, get our eggs in, as I say, for this twite. And then we're going to see what it's going to get. What can we find off the deck here? Okay, those are better birds. Still not great, but more caching in the forest and more nest box builder birds. And a nice big point bird in the turkey. So those are definitely upgrades. I will swap those out without too much hesitation. And yeah, did at least tie the end of round goal. We come to the next round. What can we get in the tray? All right, there we go. That is what I'm talking about. House Finch is very, very nice. I'm definitely taking that. And I guess we go off the top and see what that is. Colt it. All right, we're doing some caching. That's the story of this game. It's going to be caching up in the forest. And got to say, Night Heron is delivering, so that's definitely helping. But yeah, we're getting some nice birds. Obviously, House Finch, goes without saying, is going to be amazing in this forest for that card cycle and the point generation. So that's probably going to be the priority. And yeah, I don't know. I would like to play both of these birds, to be honest. So maybe the turkey gets ditched. Maybe I just draw cards again. I might just draw cards again and see, especially with a feed like that, maybe I can tempt my opponent into taking food so that we get a reroll. But yeah, for now, we'll just go off the top. What can we get? Okay, don't mind the long spur. And I don't mind another hit off the heron, so we'll take that. But yeah, I think the nightjar, that could be the cycling bird now with the finch. And indeed, opponent does take food. Thank you very much. I'm going to grab these nectars and crack on from there. So yeah, I say we're really going to be leaning on this owlet. Not quite anything there, but at least we have some backup supporting casts now with these other lovely forest birds. So yeah, can definitely get these down and maybe do something with this end of round call as well with the extra cupness. So more nice birds going down over here. White Stork now joining the party. So that's a very, very scary wetlands. Hopefully we can make an equally scary forest. As I say, this House Finch is going to be a big part of that, I think. So see what that can do. But yeah, otherwise, I'd say just take food. I might look, okay, I was going to say I might look at the Wood Swallow as a play for the set of round goal. I'm obviously not going to look at it anymore because I can't, because it's not there, which is unfortunate. But yeah, as I say, we can cycle a little bit with probably, yeah, these slightly weaker birds. Maybe the Colt it can go. I mean, the Nuthatch, it's 1 point better. I think I will need an extra bird in here pretty quickly just to make the most of these brown power activations I'm going to be doing. But otherwise, yeah, just looking for some nice big birds. I mean, honestly, I don't want to tempt fate. That Hoopoe, pretty nice looking. Big point bird. We can steal a worm and hits the bonus card, so probably going to grab that. So let's go take some food, get some nectar, which is lovely stuff. And yeah, I think let's do that. So swap out the nightjar for the Hoopoe. And yeah, go and do some more dice rolling. Well, we're not going to get very far though that time with Owlet, unfortunately. But yeah, I think in that case, maybe just play the Hoopoe and lay eggs for the extra egg, throw the food. And then, yeah, go into the next round. And I don't know, we'll see about these. I think for sure Cultic can get tucked, but maybe I just tuck both. Maybe it's getting to that stage of the game as we go into round 3 that, yeah, I don't really necessarily need these kind of brown powers. So remains to be seen. But yeah, maybe something like this turkey is a better keep. But as I say, got to think about this nest box build. I would like to score points off that. And yeah, try and keep as many of these big point birds as I can. Long spur. I feel like that's going to be a really good play for us later on. So yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. But things, at least on our side, look good. But I'm very worried about this wetlands, which also looks, yeah, very, very good for my opponent. So White Stork will be resetting this tray. Maybe that's going to flip up some good stuff. But regardless, yeah, the amount of card drawing, the digging, and the point scoring that's going to take place over there is a lot. So something to watch out for. But we can only control what we can control, and that is going to be, yeah, trying to get some of these big point birds down and scoring points where we can. And okay, on to our next turn here. So Corsican Nuthatch has now popped up, which definitely does intrigue me again for this bonus card hit. So that is a tempting one to go and grab, but we've already kind of got a plan here, which is, yeah, to be going with the grass and spurred and getting some more eggs. I feel like we've got to prioritize that. So in you go, Hoopo. And yeah, we get to steal a worm as well, which honestly, quite useful here. We're going to need that for playing some of these birds, whether that's, yeah, the long spur or indeed one of these 2 brown powers. So we'll maybe see. When it comes to Twite, obviously, one of the nice things about the Twite is that you draw before you tuck. So unlike something like the Ruff or the Hooded Crow, where you've got to commit and choose which cards you want to get rid of before being able to draw, here we can see maybe we draw some nice stuff from the top. Or maybe my opponent's just going to reveal some good stuff in the tray. So more tucking birds. And that wood duck is definitely going to get blocked. I would like that. But I suppose it's a tricky tie with the end of round goal. So yeah, it probably goes anyway. But honestly, main duck now joining the party over here. That's going to be, yeah, a very, very nice wetlands going on, especially with all of these extra cards in hand, which can very readily get tucked. So we'll see what goes down there. Indeed, both getting taken. But yeah, I think we take the end of round goal here. It's got to be done. We need the eggs. And yeah, this is just going to help squeeze out some more points, because this is kind of the thing to target when you're up against a nice wetlands like this, where my opponent's easy scoring, 4 points a turn, seeing lots of cards, getting some food. It's not nectar, and it's not hitting end of round goals. So that, I think, is certainly an area we could try to pick up some points. And yeah, end of round goals, I think they look good for us in this situation. So as long as we can get the right birds, place them in the forest, get some nice worms in the food costs, which we've got a few options for, then yeah, we can try and get the points then. As I say, nectar's already looking good, so we're going to hopefully grab a lot more as this game goes on and maximize that. So okay, more card drawing, more tray flipping. We're barely getting a look at any of these birds, but no main duck as of yet. So we'll see if that does appear. I suppose to be that it could always pivot back into the forest with the wood duck. It feels unlikely here, but yeah, certainly some nice birds coming up in these tray resets. I'm hoping we can get some similarly nice stuff with our Twite. So let's have a look. What can we find off the top? Not really what I'm after, if I'm completely honest. I think, yeah, that kind of brown shrike power where my opponent has lots of worms. No, thank you. And yeah, I mean, maybe it is too late for this Cultet. I do feel like I would like the security of hitting this bonus card. Am I going to play Anna's Hummingbird? Oh, it's unlikely, but honestly, I think my opponent's already got quite good food access, but I don't want to give them nectar, so let's just keep it simple and tuck those 2. And yeah, take, as I say, this end of round goal or win. So into the next round. Okay, nothing really too interesting there in the tray. I mean, Roga could be a nice option to just maybe help us get yeah, some more card access going, but do I want to give eggs away to this board that has everything except eggs? Not really sure I do, but we do at least get some food that we're looking at in this feeder, so yeah, we'll go for a seed and a worm. And yeah, I think it is time to part ways with the cultists, so let's get rid of you. Do I want any of these? I don't think I do. I'm not sure I want that honey eater either, to be honest, but okay. Is my opponent going to take food again here? Feels unlikely. I'm quite happy to set myself up with a reroll on my next turn. So can we get a hit there? We cannot, so bit of a shame, but yeah, I think Nuthatch now, I think it makes sense to play that. Keep taking food, maybe just cycle with this honey to see what we can turn that into. Try and gather the food for these other nice big point birds that I do want to play. And there goes the main duck. Perhaps not too surprising. So that is going to, yeah, be very, very scary now over in the wetlands. Lots and lots of tucks. And as I say, some surplus cards in hand already, which I think will be tucked along the way. So we've got to watch out for that. Honestly, Brolga, I think, might not be a bad play here for my opponent. Yeah. Well, maybe they picked up, or maybe this is just a white stork. But honestly, yeah, that kind of bird actually to be getting a couple more cards would do them the world of good. But again, I wouldn't mind the eggs because I'm definitely struggling there. I also wouldn't mind a Plains Wanderer, so I would definitely grab that along with some nectar. So thank you very much for appearing here. So yeah, let me just go and grab that. Not really too many questions to be asked, and yeah, let's do some more. Let's do some more rolling. This owlet is, yeah, as I said at the start, it runs hot or cold. It's running cold here, unfortunately, so hopefully it can make up for it with a bit of a late flurry, but time is running out. Not a whole lot of time left in this game. Oh, you are taking food. Okay, interesting stuff. Well, oh no, you're playing the turtle dove. Okay, well that's kind of fun. Getting some nectar in, I guess. Right, what do we want to do? Do you still need one more nest box builder bird? I'm kind of thinking I might draw cards here because I do need something for the finch tucks. And then maybe I just take food again and then, I don't know, play the turkey and the forest, play the long spear and the grasslands. I think we've got options available, so probably just go off the top here because I don't necessarily need something amazing. I just need something to tuck, I think, with the finch. So we'll see what we get. Okay, Tailor Bird, honestly, could work, given the star nest for the bonus card that we might need. That also might work. Rosering Parakeet, we'll take that. And okay, Night Heron can't keep working, so that's fine. But yeah, okay, I mean, I suppose we could copy that Turtle Dove, which honestly wouldn't be terrible. And yeah, I'll say helping the nest box builder is good as well. And then maybe, yeah, maybe we can fill out the grasslands and play Plains Wanderer in there as well for a nice bonus card late on. So definitely got some good options. And yeah, that might just be our end game. That might be the rest of this game sorted for us. It's just doing all of those nice plans. So we'll see. Again, maybe the house finch, we can cycle into something good there. Maybe the twite can magic us up something really, really good, like that emerald dove. That would have been nice. We're probably not going to see that. But yeah, some nice big point plays, probably for the wetlands really at this point. Wouldn't say no to a puffin or similar. But yeah, all is just going to depend on the deck. And yeah, we're not going to have too much control over that, so we'll just see. But as I say, at the very least, we can play some nice big point birds, and we're going to be taking some gambles, potentially, on these bonus cards. So hopefully that will do us some good. And all right, back onto our turn here. So yeah, but just thinking about what order I want to play all these in. I feel like it's useful to get the extra forest bird down now, just to unlock the extra food access. Obviously, some of these birds are quite expensive. And any extra food, we may be able to turn those into more eggs. So I'm kind of thinking of playing this parakeet now. I'm just wondering if it's maybe worth saving, just in case my opponent's going to play something better than this turtle dove to copy. But I honestly don't mind that, to get the extra egg in. It's good tempo. And yeah, that will just allow us to play probably the long spear and the grasslands first. We can then lay eggs, get the 4 eggs that we need to play the other 2. I think that sounds pretty good. So, yeah, in the interest of that, I think Parakeet is going to go down here in the forest. And yeah, spend another nectar up there just to try and help our nectar spending. So can we get a good bonus card? Diet Specialist, honestly, I'll take that. We're definitely going to be able to get at least 3 points. Maybe we can find an upgrade on the Plains Wanderer and get 6, but not a bad bonus card draw, considering it was only 1 there. So I'll take that. And yeah, definitely going to be picking up some points, which is good. And yeah, we've got lower bound on Nestbox Builder, so the points are coming through. That's what we'd like to see. But yeah, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. We know this is a lot of points coming through, a lot of tucks down here. So yeah, remains to be seen how much a difference that's going to make. But yeah, potentially an interesting option there in the Black Swan. Would not mind that at all for a nice big point wetland place. So we'll see if that's still available. But again, otherwise it would just be going off the top, hoping for a nice option either through the House Finch or the Twite, because White Stork can sometimes reveal you good stuff, but I think in this position my opponent can quite happily just block anything good. No, it's going to get tucked, and yeah, case study there in blocking, taking that Black Swan. So I think we just take food here. Obviously not ideal to not grab a bunch of nectar here, but we can grab some of the food that we'll need for these other birds. We'll leave 1 nectar, knowing we can grab it next round. So get the cash. I think Tailor Bird does have to go here. Unfortunately, okay, Crested Ibis. Do I really want to be giving away a bonus card to my opponent? Probably not. Come on, Owlet, please. Thank you very much. Getting 3 hits there. Very, very welcome. And it's Twite time. What can we get off the top this time? Okay, I mean, the parrot definitely goes. Now, which Ibis? This is the problem, is that I know my opponent is pretty much always going to have either some extra food or extra cards to basically get a bonus card for free. And I don't really want them to do that. So as tempting as this might be, I think it's got to go. So sorry, bye-bye. We'll take the points and yeah, take the end of round goal win, which is very, very welcome. So into the final round. Okay, we've got a Sri Lanka Blue Magpie, which I wasn't meant to be preparing for. But that could be an absolute lifesaver here. So maybe now, yeah, I mean, is there a world where we can just take and play that and just take food a bunch, do some caching on that? I feel like we've got to pick it up. I feel like got to pick it up regardless. And then, yeah, I don't know, maybe I feel like it's going to be tough to play Turkey and Longspur and Blue Magpie and then also have food to cache. But stranger things have happened. So we'll just take some food. I say grab as much nectar as we can. Probably going to need more seeds. Maybe another worm. Maybe I'll take a seed. And obviously some caches here. And yeah, trade up. I think we do trade up this Ibis. I mean, there is maybe a world in which that's worth playing just for some nectar swing in the wetlands. So yeah, that could be an option. Maybe a better one than the Turkey, to be honest. It's the same number of points. I'll say, if there is a world where we can play 3 of these Diet Specialist birds, I think that feels like it's worth doing. Yeah, if that is an option. So it's just going to be tough. I think eggs is really the problem here. So maybe I'd rather just play the Plains Wanderer. Maybe I play the Plains Wanderer, lay eggs, play the Magpie, and then take food again. I think actually that is going to work out best. That's going to give us lots of caching options. But again, maybe Ibis for the nectar. So I think at the very least this Turkey feels like the odd one out. So I will upgrade that to the Magpie. And right, come on Owlet, you got to do your job for me here. Very good, very good. It is having a little bit of a late flurry here, which I do need. So okay, yeah, got to think about this end of round goal as well. To be honest, the number of worms over here is slightly concerning. We may see something going in. Yeah, you are taking food. Grabbing some more nectar, so that's another consideration. May have to try and spread out some nectar. Maybe spend one in the grasslands and one in the forest. I'm very tempted to play this Plains Wanderer. I think it's better than the Longspur. It's obviously one less point, but it's one less food, which could then be cached. We're seeing an extra bonus card. And yeah, I think Blue Magpie has just got to go in. I don't really see a world where, like, even playing this Ibis, if we do get the Nectar Swing, we may need the Nectar Swing in the forest here. And yeah, the strength of this bird is just going to help make up the difference. So yeah, we've got a few options here. I mean, the original plan was probably to play the Longspur here, lay eggs, and then play a couple more birds. I'm not really sure we can do that. So I'm gonna commit. I'm gonna play Plains Wanderer here. So yeah, I say we'll get one nectar spent there, just in case, because with these two nectars, it could be grasslands, it could be forest. They're probably both going to get spent in the same place. I'd rather cover all bases here. So what can we get on this bonus card here? All right, well, Forester it is. I was very disappointed to be looking at 3 zeros there. But yeah, that just makes the case for Blue Magpie. Even more here, we wouldn't be able to get anything on the others. So yeah, Forester it is. And as I say, Blue Magpie it is as well. So yeah, we'll lay some eggs here. And then play this Blue Magpie with 3 of the food that we've got. We'll take food again. So it looks like we're probably going to end on 6 extra food. Which is, yeah, obviously not going to be caching everywhere, but 6 extra caches feels really, really good. And I suppose in a way makes up for what would potentially be, yeah, the 6-point nectar swing that we could unlock in the wetlands. But as I say, I mean, there's a chance here that this plays a forest bird with these nectars, and then suddenly playing this magpie is going to help secure more points there. So I think we've got a decent end game. I think, yeah, we're going to pick up certainly a lot of bonus points from this magpie. So not bad bonus cards across the board. And yeah, if we can secure these end of round goals and these nectars for the most part, I think that's going to help us have a chance at winning this game. And on to our next turn here. And indeed, it is a forest play. So Emerald Dove going in to pick up some more eggs as well, actually. So I do have a sneaking suspicion we're going to see some more birds come in, maybe for this end of round goal. Not really too much we can do about that. But yeah, time to lay some eggs. We'll sacrifice 1 card. We need to keep 1 for the Housefinch Tuck. But yeah, otherwise we can spend a food. May as well for the extra egg. And yeah, get those spread out a little bit. And then we can play this magpie. So good thing we've got the right food for that. That's going to go in. And yeah, as I say, pick up all these lovely bonus points, but also, I mean, it's a 9-point bird, and it's going to let us do some caching, so that's going to work out a absolute treat for us. So, okay, opponent actually drawing more cards, so not committing quite yet to play any bird in particular, which is slightly reassuring, but at the same time, maybe just withholding information. We are 3 food ahead, and we are going to play, yeah, this magpie, so that's going to get another worm. So my opponent would be 4 worms behind, so that probably means maybe a double play is going to come in. Otherwise, it's going to need to be 2 birds, so we'll see what is going to go down there. But yeah, for now, I say, simple decision for us. Blue magpie goes in. Suddenly, our score is going to have jumped up a lot there because we got all these bonus points. And the nectar swing, and yeah, we're suddenly in triple digits, so that's always nice to get to before the end of the game. And there we go, prairie chicken going in. So that is a 1 worm and just the 1 card left in hand. I feel like we're going to see another one come in, so remains to be seen. For now, yeah, we'll just take our food and we can take some nectar because why not? That can easily get cached as well. So another cache here, 1 more tuck, and please, come on. Forest Owlet, you've done a good job. 1 more. Thank you very much. That could very much help us coming into this final score. So I was worried when it was only on 3 caches for the longest time, but yeah, getting 9 in these last few turns, that is exactly what I like to see. So yeah, that is going to help. And these teal powers are as well. We're going to get lots of points coming through. So what was the play? Oh, it's a North Island brown kiwi. So complete mystery in these bonus cards, but more importantly for us, not enough to take the end of round goal. So that's very nice. What can the Twite get us? Doesn't really matter. It's all going to get tucked for points. And yeah, these extra food as well. We're going to get caches for some points. So we'll actually spread these around a little bit to the birds that don't have caches. I don't want them to feel left out. And yeah, I don't want to reallocate my nuthatch caches. Thank you very much, but all right. Yeah, nice performance on these end of round goals. And also, as I say, on these nectars. So if we are going to have a chance in this game, it's going to be because of those. I'm a little bit worried about the tucks. I'm a little bit worried about those 4 bonus cards as well. So that's going to be my opponent's chance in this game. Let's jump into the final scores and see how things end up. So yeah, definitely some big point birds went down on both sides. But bonus cards, pretty even. And as I say, end of round goal strong for us. No one really had that many eggs, but we did have those caches. Certainly thanks to the Magpie. Tucks actually were good for us with the Twite and the Housefinch. My opponent had a lot. I don't think it's going to be enough here, as we do hold on for the win. 123 the final score, up against 107. So yeah, pretty comfortable margin in the end. Maybe down to those bonus cards. As I say, the ones we had, pretty good. 4, 3, and 4. Not the best, but I'll take it. And yeah, just really able to maximise off those bonus cards with the late Magpie play. So not great card access in this game. The Twite definitely helped. The Housefinch definitely helped as well. So let's take a look at these bonus cards. Yeah, well, Ranger you never want to see. Population Monitor in the Forest, not too bad. Passerine, a big miss. But Bird Bandit for 7 points. So yeah, definitely a mixed bag there. Maybe some slightly better bonus cards would give my opponent a better chance, but it's all about the wetlands. Lots of tucks, lots of points there, but not enough as we take the win here in this game in the Wingspan World Cup. So that was definitely a fun game. Hope you enjoyed watching. Yeah, we're halfway through the group stage now. 5 more games to go. I'll try and get as many on this channel as I can. So if you want to see those, do hit subscribe, do follow along, and I'll see you again very, very soon.